Hey everybody, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. This evening we're going to be shooting, or attempting to shoot, two galaxies at once, M81 and M82. There are many different photographs of these two galaxies out there, and they are quite spectacular. I'm curious to see what my 6-inch SCT is going to be able to do with them. Alright, let's go. Hey guys, once again it's midnight, and the skies, which were supposed to have been clear, are foggy, cloudy. They're overcast. But whatever it is starting to show signs of clearing up, at least up high, but around the horizon the clouds are still there. So I am still finalizing my drift alignment. And that is a jar of hot sauce, because I've read somewhere that hot sauce is something you can use to get rid of a skunk. And I have a skunk living somewhere under my deck. Slewing to M81 right now. With any luck, that is pointing right at my house. So the scope seems to be pointed right at my house, but must be just over the roof, because I do see stars, but I don't see anything that looks like a galaxy. And looking here in APT, this is a 5-second 480 gain live view. I don't see anything resembling a galaxy either. Okay, so this is bad. The sky is kind of clearing, but the skunk did not like the hot sauce. So my deck now smells like skunk. And to make matters worse, I think my counterweight hit the base of the mount and threw off the scope. Now, I had my counterweight positioned so that the scope would be balanced. However, I need to move it to make the scope front heavy to be able to focus on M81. And for that, I've got this. So, this is going to be hard to see. That's okay. I'm going to have to undo a bolt here. Alright, that bolt is undone. I may need to, yep, the other one's undone too. Could I shift this weight? I have to put this down and check. Okay, I managed to move the dumbbell up a little bit. Now I'm gonna have to resync on an object, and I hope that did not mess up my tracking. Before slewing to Arcturus, I wanted to see whether or not I had clearance, and I can see that my weight, my counterweight, just clears the base, along with my camera. There is no room to spare there. So this is definitely going to make the scope a little bit front heavy. There's something large in the pond. I have disabled my altitude slew limit, and I have enabled cord wrap again. That's something I seem to have to do every single time. And we are centered on Arcturus. One more time, let's try to go to M81. There it is, M81. Now, let's see if we can get it into the same field of view as M82. I'm not using plate solving, so next best thing, Google. Let's look at images of M81 and M82 together to find out which direction we need to go into to pick up both galaxies. Now that's going to be a tough one because a lot of these are fantastic images that have way more stars visible than I've got showing. So that's going to make it hard to pick up which stars to look for. Okay, so at the edge of M81, there are these two there's a little triangle. Can we find the triangle? Is that it? That can't be it. No, this must be it here. Here's the triangle. Right. Yeah, so you've got these two stars pointing right at the edge, and by extension, eventually pointing to where M82 is. I'm gonna have to reorient my camera. Yeah, if I shift this to the left, then M82 should be somewhere up here right now. Oh no. That right there is the house encroaching on my field of view. Oh, that is terrible. I'm gonna hope for a clear night tomorrow, and I'm going to try to get to this galaxy earlier, as it is late in the season to be catching this one. You know, it's been a long time since I've shot a planetary nebula, and I don't have the Owl Nebula. Let's try for that. What do we have in our field of view? So without plate solving, I'm going to have to do a little bit of star hopping here just to make sure I've got the right area. So I am adding another star to my model. This is Dubhe. In the outer part of the shovel. We can get Dubhe somewhere in the center. It will make our pointing model a little more accurate. It is pretty accurate already. And with the flex in the mount, the fact that we could slew all the way over to M81 way up in the sky, that's an indication that things are going right. All right, relatively centered. I'm not being too particular here. So we've got Dubhe added. Let's go back and find the Owl Nebula. Now I am aware that there is, I believe, a galaxy very close to the Owl Nebula, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that in the field of view and it's not showing up here in CPWI. That's okay. I just want to capture something tonight. I'm gonna turn on guiding. Quick update. So, M81 and 82 were a no-show. They went behind the house by the time the scope was ready. I tried to shoot the Owl Nebula, same thing. It was getting too close to the house. I wouldn't have gotten more than 15-20 minutes on it, and by the looks of things, it would have needed much more time. And then my laptop rebooted. Must have crashed somewhere along the way, and I had to jump through some hoops to get everything back up and running. It is now 2:18 in the morning, and I've opted to try for the Whale Galaxy NGC 4631. 3 a.m. video log. I picked the furthest east object I could find, just north of Cygnus, the Iris Nebula. It's a reflection nebula, and frankly, I don't know what it's going to look like with the amount of haze in the atmosphere. Anyway, once again, good night. I will pick this up when it's done at some point tomorrow.